On a Saturday in Atlanta, Brigham Young comes in and ruins homecoming. Impressively, 41-17, BYU beats Georgia Tech. Rich Schwartz along with Keith Jones. We had the call of the ball game, and Brigham Young dominated this ball game on both sides of the football.
Started with defense. This is a very good Brigham Young defense. You don't think about that so much when you think of BYU. They came in, they completely shut down Georgia Tech, particularly on third down. Offensively, great running attack with the young freshman tailback, and they just beat Georgia Tech literally in all phases of the game.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's offense put just 3 points on the board in this ballgame. Here are the highlights of this game, and it was BYU that would strike first, and they would do it with their 17-year-old tailback. Boy, what a day for Jamaal Williams.
He'd finished with nearly 30 carries with Williams. He'd had 3 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. Maybe the biggest and Malone mistake that was made was the pick 6 thrown by Riley Nelson, but other than that, it was BYU all over Grant Field.
Yeah, Isaiah Johnson took it back for 6, but there's Williams again sneaking in, and then Nelson himself busting loose and busting through tacklers and getting into the end zone, and BYU was rolling. But then Jamal Golden, and this one of the lone highlights for Georgia Tech. 97 yards later, he's in the end zone.
First kickoff return for a touchdown since 1998 for Georgia Tech. And you had the feeling at this point that maybe Georgia Tech would take back the momentum, but Brigham Young showed why they need to be considered on the national stage. They came in on the very next series and just shut down Georgia Tech.
And Ziggy Ansah, an NFL prospect, putting the pressure on, and the interception by Daniel Sorensen set up another Williams touchdown run.
And Brigham Young wasn't done yet.
No, they weren't. And it was Williams who, on a shovel pass on a crucial third down, would take it 39 yards. It goes as a touchdown pass from Nelson to Williams, 39 yards, and BYU was dancing. They would add an extra point. Georgia Tech's offense could not move the football, and there was much rejoicing for BYU. 41-17, the final. The statistics incredible, especially Georgia Tech's averaging close to 500 yards a game offensively.
Remember, too, 0 for 10. Georgia Tech did not convert a single third down conversion. BYU did what the book says you've got to do when you come into someone else's stadium. You control the clock, you score first, you get the crowd out of it, and they did. They ran 75 plays to 47. I mean, whether you look at the scoreboard, whether you look at the final stats, in just about every category, Cougars come out on top.
Now, in the past month, Georgia Tech has looked at their defense and said that was an issue. That's not why they replaced defensive coordinators. They look at this game, both sides the issue, and they need to get better in a hurry. They've got 4 games left, 3 of them on the road.
Just 3 offensive points for Tech. First time that they haven't scored an offensive touchdown since 2008. This is an offense that's used to putting up points and used to running the ball. They could do neither against the Cougars.
So it was all Brigham Young. Impressively, BYU comes to Atlanta and beats Georgia Tech 41-17.